Welcome to, oh, my face is mad lopsided. Okay. Welcome to TK21 Radio's Poly Video Poetry Podcast, a project of the AP Lit English class, a class where we make sense of books that make sense of us. Hello, I'm Taejun Kim-Grant, and today I'm going to be talking to you about The Weary Blues by Langston Hughes. This poem utilizes tone and meter to create a dreamlike feel. He utilizes images to bring you in the moment. This poem's use of imagery greatly contributes to the overall feel and tone of the poem. The Weary Blues was written by Langston Hughes in 1925, which was published in the Urban League magazine. The Weary Blues by Langston Hughes. Drowning, a drowsy syncopated tune, rocking back and forth to a mellow croon, I heard a Negro play. Down on Lenox Avenue the other night, by the pale, dull pallor of an old gas light, he did a lazy sway, he did a lazy sway. To the tune of "Oh Those Weary Blues," with his ebony hands on each ivory key, he made that poor piano moan with melody. Oh, blues! Swaying to and fro on his rickety stool, he played that sad, raggy tune like a musical fool. Sweet blues, coming from a black man's soul. Oh, blues! In a deep voice with a melancholy tone, I heard that Negro sing that old piano moan. Ain't got nobody in all this world, ain't got nobody but myself. It's gwine to quit my frownin' and put my troubles on the shelf. Thump, thump, thump went his foot on the floor. He played a few chords, then he sang some more. I got the weary blues and I can't be satisfied. Got the weary blues and can't be satisfied. I ain't happy no mo'. I wish that I had died. And far into the night he crooned that tune. The stars went out and so did the moon. The singer stopped playing and went to bed, while the weary blues echoed through his head. He slept like a rock or a man that's dead. This poem by Langston Hughes, an African-American poet from Missouri, but a leader of the Harlem Renaissance, acts as a social commentary on the agony associated with being oppressed. This free verse poem utilizes an irregular meter to mimic that of the singer. This poem utilizes shifting structure to mimic a jazz singer. Hughes includes the singer. This poem speaks to me because it visualizes the pain inhabited by many throughout the poem. Hughes begins the poem with syntax. Hughes begins the poem with syntax indicating the tone. He uses drowsy and mellow to highlight the dreamlike blues song the singer is singing. Even the title, The Weary Blues, indicates the tired state of African Americans. The setting is also very important as it takes place in Lenox Avenue, part of Harlem, a refuge for African Americans, specifically creatives like Hughes himself. Hughes uses metaphors to convey segregation and suffering present at the time. He writes, with his ebony hands on each ivory key. Like the keys on the piano, the ivory keys are separated from the black keys. The tone of suffering is furthered by the syntax in the next line, as Hughes says, he moans and uses the word melancholy to describe his song. Hughes also represents the musician as a musical fool. This comparison is similar to a court jester in the Middle Ages, but his pain is on display and being ignored by the larger population. Lastly, I want to illustrate why I chose this poem. Hughes, a renowned Harlem Renaissance poet, describes feeling and sentiments that are still being expressed today. I believe his poetry was important then, but just as powerful today. I also love the rhythm and imagery used throughout the poem. When reading this poem, I felt transported to the same club, bar, and even speakeasy where this performance was held.